Yeah, immigrants built it. Keep that in mind. People that migrated to America built this. Look at that. Look at that view, bro. See? Dog's like, you smell friendly, bro. You got snacks. I did. I don't anymore. But here's another spot, everybody. Look at this. Look at this spot. See, I know all the secret spots. You know what I'm saying? When you want to do some photography, you come out here. You come with Panda. I take you to a photo wall. You see this? Look at this. Oh, my Panda. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come out here to waste nobody's time but my own. Getting deep. Put that on a rock right there. I should have brought the spikes. I have spikes for this. I want a vegan breakfast. I'm vegan pescatarian. Here's the thing. I'm pescatarian, but I don't eat a lot of fish because it kind of makes me sick. And someone's telling me, well, a lot of doctors in Japan and also here are saying maybe just a mercury because, you know, fish does have some type of mercury. Okay, gotta get a good landing on that. See, I wish I had my spike. Damn, man, I should have brought the spikes. Alright. You know what I'm saying, Beth Simpson? Finders keepers, losers weepers, fool. It ain't my fault you lost your dollar. You want to be drunk and stupid? You need that dollar for water? Oh, that's not my fault. You thirsty now? Because you wanted to drink that shit? Hold on, let me get up in here, baby. Trying to find a good spot for this. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I think it's doctors think it's fucking allergies from like mercury or something. Because all seafood has some mercury. But this is the thing. I do eat squid, octopus, shellfish, sometimes scallops, but even that scallop can be a little bit like, unsettling, you know? That's why it's like, I'm a weird black dude, bro. I'm a fucking weird black dude. Alright. This time, I'm going to use the Canon 7D. This one has Magic Lantern RAW software on this one. So, I'm going to be using this camera. And look at this. See this? This is why I need the extra strength. So this don't come off. So Maven Filters does have an extra strength adapter just in case things like this happen. But now I do want that. I want some extra strength. But they're sending me a care package, so I should get a few things. Well, I don't eat often. Like yesterday, I ate once yesterday, and that was last night. And that good to go wasn't even that great, man. I wish I'm still hungry from that. I'm broke, bro. I'm a poor ass. I'm homeless right now. What are you talking about, friend? This is day 4. Welcome to day 4 of homelessness. I'm just trying to get to doing the day, man. Lost my jobs. Fucking, I'm still recovering from cancer surgery. I'm getting no breaks other than this right now. Got to set up. Life ain't fair, but you know what? Oh no, I lost the balance. See? I wish I had my oh no, they're not called spikes, they're called claws. I got claws for these tripod feet. Yeah, they're called claws. So what they do is they grip onto like even rocks. And this company sent it to me. I've been dying to use them. But and this here is my adapter for my mobile cinema camera. Just in case I want to adapt it to the tripod. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, make sure that is brushed off nicely. But look at that view. Give it a nice little brush. The reason why I'm not using a microfiber cloth because it's going to just put lint right back on it. Actually, I want to put 6-Stop and then, because I like the color scheme going on here. Now, wait. So as I said before, I like to put like color markers on my Maven filters. You see these 2 black dots? Do you see these 2 black dots? And this 3 dot, well, if I just turn this slightly, it gives me a nice little, you know, gets rid of the reflection. See, I like the 7D. Yeah, it's an older camera, but it's a really good older camera. That's why I jailbroke it. Sorry, Canon. I know you don't like to hear those words, but Panda's poor now, so I don't got the best cameras anymore. Got robbed for mines. just a fact. Yeah. It's just a fact. Sorry. Alright. Looking at my histogram. See, this one has the histogram. The live histogram, which I liked. Okay. So now I'm in Blackmagic. So this is the software. What you're looking at right now. So it gives me... Look at my waveforms. I love this. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Let me give you a close up so you guys can see. So I'm using the Magic Lantern software. Listen, don't use it if you don't know what you're doing. You never programmed cameras before or analyzed software sensors. I got a knowledge of that stuff, so it's not very simple. You can brick your camera forever. So trust me. So with that said, so this is Magic Lantern. So keep that in mind. I am using a C-Fast card for this shot, so hopefully it gives me the shot that I need. Now, if you go back in here, info. Now it's telling me I'm overexposed. Okay, so we can do. I actually want to do 8 seconds. Let's do F18. But wait, do I want this composition? Hold on, let's see here. Do I really want this? Let's see. Kind of want to emphasize the rocks a little bit more, so I don't like the shot. Here's why. I like the shot if there was something going on in the water, but right now I'm not emphasizing this foreground right here. Like I want to take a step back here. I want to back up. And start over. Now, I'm going to detract my legs. What? No. Uh-oh. It's been 5 years and that's never happened. I just probably got a little bit. It's been in some rain, so I'm not gonna lie. So I want to get low for this shot. I feel like I need to get low, so I'm gonna try to get low. But if anyone wants to support the channel, there's a PayPal Venmo. I can use your breakfast help. Okay. So trying to get a nice shot. Now I gotta zoom in. Make sure this is. Ooh, that is super sharp, bro. Oh, my panda, look at that. You see that? Are you guys seeing this right now? Oh, my panda. That's a good shot. That's a super crop. That's 10 times. Yeah, my cash app is disabled right now, so unfortunately. Well, listen, I've been telling my story for the last 5 years, okay? And I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna do the 90-second phrase, okay? So here we go. I'm a guy. I used to work for government, state, and I had a tragedy in Wisconsin, and then life changed around, and then I had an accident in Wisconsin. And then some women throw hot water on my face. So financially, I went to 3 hospitals in 3 different states over the country, from Wisconsin to New York to Boston. Come back to New York in October 2021, get robbed for everything, including my other cameras that I could be using, other lenses. But now I bought these used Canon cameras from B&H for like $250. So, and I decided to jailbreak them so they can be better cameras. And I brought these lenses for my own money. I already had these, and then the bag was given for free. Half of the stuff is free from the brand. So like, yeah. So just, I'm sorry to have to skip a lot of stuff, but we were working. Then we had some issues with health, and then we had to like take a leave of absence from work. And then recently, like a month and a half ago, work decided to lay me off while I was in medical leave, which was just fucking so unprofessional. So I'm filing for that. So yeah, a lot is going on, and right now I just can't afford the rent right now. It's too expensive. All right, I'm gonna do F20. F20, 8 seconds, ISO 125. Actually, I want to do bracketing on these shots. Dude, B&H is like my go-to shop, guys. I got this camera and this camera. I got this one for $230 with only 9,000 actuations on it. Basically, it was still pretty damn good condition, excellent condition. Then I got this 70D for I think it was $170 with only 573 actuations. This is basically a brand new camera. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, and the condition was 9, I took it, and then I jailbroke it with matching lantern. So, all right, but let's go back in here real quick. So if anyone wants to support, I'm going to do one. See, I'm doing bracketing, so I'm going to set it up. Let's do that. So 8 seconds, F20, ISO 125, right? So it's going to do an underexpose, balance expose, and overexpose. So when I'm using the Maven filters, I'm going to show you what the Maven filters does after this is done. Well, I'm from New York, but I also lived in Japan. I lived in Europe, London, Paris, Vancouver, Winnipeg, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle. I got around because there was the jobs. The jobs were the reason. Ooh, that looks good. You see that? Hold on, let me go in here real quick. Rotate. Oh, look at that. Look at that, everybody. Ooh, you see the rocks? That's what I want. See, that's what I want, baby. But it would be nice at night, though. We're going to come here at night. But let me just swivel over just a bit. I feel like I need to get this a landscape. Give me a second. Put you guys on the mount. See, I got this as well. Put you guys on the MagSafe mount, but hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna get a landscape shot of this, but all right, I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to do that one more time. because I want to get a landscape and a vertical shot. I think I need to start doing that because I do shoot too much vertical, I guess. But the reason why my Cash App is not available because I owe money. So, yeah, I had to pay a bill. And, like, I took the chance. I didn't want to do it, but I needed the bill to pay. Oh, that's not bad. Look at that. That's not bad. I'm not sure you guys can see without... It's not bad. Yeah, I love these Maven filters. So if you guys do, or if you are in photography, let me explain what the Maven filter does. The CPL does. Let me just initially take off the 6-stop. And then, so let me expose this correctly. And let me just readjust. And let me see. I wish this was. Give me a second. Okay. Tighten this up. Because this is what this is for. Put you guys right here so I can educate you guys. You can't really see, can you? So, I want you guys to take a look at the water. Just take a look at the water. Now, when I actually take this polarizer, right? What I'm going to do is just, change the effect where I want it more contrast, because that's what a polarizer does. Gives you more contrast and get rid of certain reflections in the water. You see how that changes? Just pay attention. You see how the sky gets blue here? You see? Now it gets white. Just pay attention to that area. See? Now it gets blue. It adds contrast, but keeps sharpness and detail. And that's what I want. I want that effect. That nice reflection, but not too much. But I also want contrast. So that's what polarization does. Get rid of that reflection. This very glary spots in the water that, that could literally, it may not be appealing to some people, but to me it is not. Because you don't want that much glare in your shot, especially the water. So the reason why I'm also using, let me get this fixed up real quick, a second polarizer, because it's also giving me a total of 9 stops. So when I change the shutter speed back down to 8 seconds, even 10 seconds gives me nice exposure. Is that? Let me do 8 seconds. It's overstopped. 6 seconds. 5. Just do 1. 5 seconds. Well, I appreciate that, friend. The Inkman 78. I appreciate that. But right now, hopefully I can get this. Here's the thing. I applied to NYPD traffic because I see some things that traffic officers are not doing, they should be doing. And I just think traffic officers in New York City at this time are just in it for the money. It's not about fucking the job. If I was a traffic officer, I would entertain you suckers. I make you pull out your cameras like, yo, this guy, every time I come to this intersection, He's always doing something. I take photos. Dude, I do anything to entertain you. You're supposed to enjoy it, right? But these traffic officers, they're not even directing traffic, just standing there. Like, yeah, you're in for a paycheck. It just disgusts me sometimes. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what polarization does. But again, let me show you. Hold on, let me put you back on here. And show you what polarization does again. Because I got a polarizer right now on this iPhone. Okay, so this is a better angle, a close-up angle. Now I want you to pay attention to the skyline and the reflection and the highlights in the water. Now it's going to add contrast and it's going to add deep blues. You see? You see what it does to the clouds? Adds that contrast back into it. Now if I undo it, now it seems like those the highlights, it all comes back. It's clipping. Yeah, the whites are clipping. So when I turn the polarization, it gives me a balance of the water. Now you can see the nice perfect reflection on that water there. You see that? Oh, look at that. You see that? That is nice. That's a nice shot. That's the shot that you're looking for. So when you're using polarization, just make sure you're paying attention to your view. See? See how everything clips? If that makes sense. But now, back to your normally scheduled program, a Panda trying to, you know, I'm pretty sad inside, but I'm trying to stay positive, you know. So with that said, everyone, I do have a bike, but I got two flats. The salt. So I gotta fix it. And I did do Uber Eats and got robbed the first time. That was what 2022? Yeah. Yeah, listen, Uber Eats is a dangerous game, friend. You gotta worry about your bike getting stolen when you go pick up a fucking order. Oh man, dude, that is scary, yo. You gotta like, when you pick up an order, you gotta like make sure, go inside real quick. Yeah, and gotta show the people your freaking order pick up, and then it might not even be ready. Your order might not even be ready. Now you're fucking paranoid that someone might take your bike. Dude, I've been through that. Listen, I've been through that. It's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible, especially in the city, because you can. I'm trying to sell my pictures again, so hopefully something will happen. But with that said, everyone, I'm gonna put you back on the mount. What the hell happened here? All right, I'm gonna take another shot. Dude, I wish I could do a freaking 20-second exposure. This is why when Maven filters send me a new package, everyone, I hope there's a 10-stop in there. Uh-oh. Why does that feel so crooked? I feel like this is not perfectly straight. Alright. It says I'm overexposed. Okay. I'm gonna take another one. See, if I had an extra 6-stop, ooh, that water would have been so silky at like 15 seconds. Ooh, so silky. But thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Just subscribe, like, and share. You want to support? There's a PayPal, Venmo. My cash app is disabled because I old, and yeah, I want to pay. I want to pay for that, so I don't want people paying for that. All right, so I took 3 images: one underexposed, one balance exposed, and one that's overexposed. So when I go into post and I stack these, oh my panda, are you, dude? Let me just take this off. Oh my panda, are you seeing this? Guys, look at this. Look at the streak coming off the building. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's why I want it silky smooth. Dude, oh my panda, that is sick, bro. You guys are like, yep. Why does I feel like this is bent? Yeah, see, it is crooked. Slightly like... There we go. See? Nice and even. Oh, why don't I have this plug? I'm not even using the controller, but whatever. So if you guys want to know what I'm using, I do have an affiliate link. If you guys are photographers to these Maven filters, they are going to be not the most affordable. They're going, listen, for pro photographers, these are like affordable, because you got filters out there like $500 for one filter. Yeah, and I've done that stupidly. So I'm grateful to have Maven filters send me out these filters. And mind you, this polarizer is worth like what, $140, and it works very well. There's no yellow hue in my opinion when I've done my testing with Maven filters. Everything seems to be sharp, accurate. Contrast is very balanced. Even add contrast to some of your photos to give that depth. So in my opinion, it just works really well, because I had filters for a while, and let me tell you, they were not very unpleasant. You had this green hue sometimes, these yellow, sometimes you had this magenta hue. So damn, look how focused that is. Oh my panda, I am man. By the way, the 7D does have, like, I think it has a dual center, so take it with a grain of salt. Let me get one more. I just like these rocks. Alright guys, I need to find me some free breakfast, or I gotta hijack a drug dealer. Take his money and like, give me your shit. What are you calling? Calling the cops. I'm getting extra money. Let me stop. But anyway, guys, it's such a very good morning, man. It's a very warm one, because guess what? Tonight it's gonna rain, and then tomorrow it's gonna rain. So if you guys want to hook up a hostel, listen, hostel fees right now are $62.77. If you guys want to hook up a hostel for me, get out the rain, because I don't want to get in the rain again. Yeah, you can tell. Look, I was in the rain. That the new bag, you can see the watermark from the rain. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, that rock has a heart, right? See? I'm not the only one seeing these things, right? See, I thought listen, man. You got an eye. That's what I'm telling you. You have an eye, so you should do photography. You never know. You might please people. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, let's just pack up and get out of here. I think I'm done. I just wanted to show you this location because I wanted to come here before, but yeah, my mind was distracted. So I'm gonna take these off. Take this one off. So yeah, I'm using the 7D, everyone. It's a chunky, and it's heavy too, though. It's a beast. The 7D, it's no slouch. IRIX 15, yeah. I kind of like this camera. Even though it's like over 14 years old, still one of the best cameras that Canon produced it. Seriously. And at the time, this was like top notch. Like, you had this camera, you were like, oh yeah, you big cheese boy, huh? Like, yeah. This is why, like, I chose this camera. I was like, if I'm gonna buy an old camera that I'm gonna jailbreak, it has to be this camera and the 70D. But I do have an 80D that needs to be fixed, but I don't have the money for it. So, oh yeah, this goes on a tripod. So, yeah. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. So this is from Sunway Photo. They send me out this M3 micro rail. That's why I'm so, when I do micro photography as well, or when I'm doing cityscapes, or yeah, I use this to like give me that extra length. Because once you're on a tripod, let's say I'm just stationary, right? Guess what I gotta do if I want to get a little bit more? I gotta move the tripod up. I gotta move the tripod up. See, with the rail, it's just simple. You just move this up, and it's that easy, without readjusting the tripod. And yeah, it's just common sense. And Sunway Photo did also send me this DT03 two-way. Yes, I'm not a big fan of ball heads as much. I just never could get my alignment just perfect with these damn ball heads. I know I probably haven't had a real ball head. The only time I really had a real good ball head, but that got stolen too, was the really right stuff. I think it was called the RT40C ball head. That thing is like worth like $300, that ball head. And they stole that. Yeah. So, got a lot of Sony gear, a lot of lenses, Sigma lenses stolen. So I'm down to these last, like, and it sucks, man. But you know what? I'm still alive. I'm doing the best I can, and you know, I'm thankful that Maven Filters and all these other brands are sending me this stuff to document. And yeah, I put the Sunway Photo bag so everyone knows. Like, who's Sunway Photo? I'm like, okay, let me tell you. I had a relationship with them. And, well, I stopped doing content for them because there was a situation with social media, and they are being very aggressive and not very professional. So, but still grateful to Elaine for sending me out this stuff, because it was her, not social media. It was Elaine that gave me a chance to broadcast and show this stuff. And I am still showing this stuff because I still got respect for the brand, but I just don't got respect for social media team, because they got a mouth on them. Well, he has a mouth on him. He wants to tell people what to do, and that's not how the thing is. That's not the agreement. If I do have a problem with a product of yours, you don't tell me to keep that to myself and report it to RMD.